the valuable things I see in Illinois, Wisconsin is that we're able to kind of celebrate each other, even when we're different, and but still value community.
Valuing community, respecting differences, working together to further the gospel in the towns, villages, and cities of the Illinois-Wisconsin district churches. That's what it means to not be afraid, but rather to bring good news and proclaim it with a common goal.
The district are the churches, and working together and making sure that we're functioning in a way to promote the mission that God has called us to do.
That mission through the years has always led our churches to look outward, to support disaster ministry, foreign missions, overseas relief, and of course ministry in our local communities. This is particularly evident at the Rockford congregation, pastored by Samuel Sarpiya, the 2017 annual conference moderator. The congregation has spearheaded efforts to reduce violence and to build up the fabric of the community through projects like their mobile library.
We can say God is making the church relevant again in a city that is torn by violence, that the message of peace and reconciliation, our heritage, is being lived out in the community of Rockford, and law enforcement and city members, citizens of the city of Rockford can testify that Rockford Community Church is making a difference in their lives and in the life of the community.
And Samuel says the support and encouragement from brethren across Illinois, Wisconsin has made a huge difference in their work. But that's not the only place where district efforts are making a difference. Families in the York Center area are being welcomed into a church community that accepts and embraces people as they are.
It's a totally different style of worship.
Parables Community is a new church project geared toward welcoming families who have children with special needs and to employ the gifts that they offer.
Often people with special needs, especially children, but also sometimes young adults, are not able to sit still during worship or be quiet. They sing out or shout out, or they need to leave the sanctuary for a little bit and remove themselves from the stimulation and then come back. It seems like there should be a worship space where that's acceptable. It's a totally different style of worship to welcome any of that.
Illinois-Wisconsin congregations partially support Parables Community as they reach people for Christ who may be unwelcome at a more formal worship service. Here, the goal is to use the gifts of everyone.
I'm just really glad to welcome families and make them feel like their children are appreciated. A lot of times, if their children have behavior that is outside the norm, their children aren't appreciated as gifts. So to be able to say to these parents and to the child, you're a gift. Your child is a gift to our community. We're so glad you're here.
Another non-traditional church plant, also supported by Illinois-Wisconsin congregations, is thriving in downtown Chicago. The Gathering Chicago meets on the 40th floor of an apartment building with a spectacular view of their ministry focus, the city of Chicago.
We're following the ministry and call of Jesus to nurture his disciples in the earth today. And so in that way, we are like the early church who gathers for fellowship, breaking of bread, being inspired by the word, and going forth in the city.
Some of those who participate in the gathering have other congregations that they're a part of, but appreciate the brethren approach to faith.
The focus of the worship portion is really Scripture. So you listen to Scripture, you have a powerful meditation on that Scripture. So this worship is a time of renewal, a time to really have some quiet time to pray. And so it could both be your main worship community, or it could be kind of a supplement worship community.
The gathering actively supports many ministries already at work in the community.
We also have our global missions to South Africa and work directly with our South Africa partners, which is pretty exciting. And right now we're exploring more ways in this Hyde Park and South Side community that we can begin to serve the underserved nonprofits that are doing great work, that we could come in and help them where they need assistance.
The district's support of these two church plants reflects a willingness to step out in faith.
It's very easy to get stuck in a rut, to continue doing the same thing you've always done and not looking beyond the box, not looking outside. So having that opportunity to be involved in a new initiative or some new initiatives. And I think that's helpful for the district that we have something new to kind of sink our teeth into and begin working on and moving forward with.
Being involved in new initiatives is also happening with our older congregations through the district's Mission and Mortar program.
A program that we have money available to congregations for the purposes of helping them if they have problems with their building, and if they're wanting to design new programs or spend some money on programming that they don't have the funds for, then the district offers them a grant up to $2,500.
For the Peoria congregation, their grant enabled them to continue their snack program for children in the local school.
We take a pack of food for each child at Hines School, and we do that once a month. Food for them for a long weekend or over a holiday. So we work in coordination with the school to set up the dates that we actually do that. And we serve all 500 of the children at that school.
We felt that no child should be hungry.
It was a way that we felt that we could let them know that the love of Christ is still present in their life.
Church members started the program in the spring, but quickly realized the need was ongoing.
We filled out the application, and the district gave us $2,500 grant. So it guaranteed us that we could do this mission for the year.
That gave us the money so that we could have a fall program, and it gave us confidence that if we started the program with the school, that we could continue it.
While in Peoria the fund supported mission, it helped out with mortar at Yellow Creek when they discovered their 150-year-old church building badly needed an elevator.
We had a basement door. We could get wheelchair people in the basement door. It was a wide door. That was fine, but we had no way to get anybody in a wheelchair upstairs unless you picked the wheelchair up and carried it up.
So a $2,500 grant furnished a lift, which now makes their sanctuary accessible to all.
There's going to be people there that are going to need assistance getting up to the sanctuary. It's there. That's just what it was designed for.
It's just a way to help congregations to improve buildings, facilities, equipment, also to do new programming or existing programming that they want to expand on. So it's a way to help congregations.
Helping congregations is what the Illinois-Wisconsin District does well, whether it's supporting new church plants, expanding congregational outreach, or gathering face-to-face to share experiences.
District potluck that we do every other year provides an opportunity for congregations to come together to do workshops, to spend time in worship, to spend time in fellowship, gathering around the table.
The district is breeding life. This is what happens in healthy families and healthy organisms and healthy in nature, right? And it's happening in this district. We're healthy, we're full of life, and look, we even have all these new ministries happening. And so the district wants to support these new ministries. And it's my hope that we can recognize all of this life teeming from within, because we can sometimes we go to church on Sunday, we see these people in our four walls, right? And but the story we're a part of is much bigger than that.
Indeed, the stories being lived out across the Illinois-Wisconsin District are stories of a God doing new things. And they are all around us, as the prophet Isaiah says, if we can just open our eyes and ears to see and hear them. As God moves in one place, we are moved to step out in faith in another, so that fellowship and ministry may grow, and we as courageous disciples in word and action bring the gospel all the more to all the people.